Didn't I tell you these calls did not go anywhere, y'all? I did tell you, okay? They have never stopped making these remedial phone calls on Black people. And this one, ladies and gentlemen, is a YouTube employee by the name of Christopher Cucker. Hey, Christopher, I know another word that rhymes with your name. So there was a Black man waiting outside of an apartment building for a disabled friend that lives at the apartment complex. So Christopher Cucker, this YouTube employee, walked outside with his son and started questioning this man and proceeded to call the police. No crime committed, nothing going on. Even his son knew what he was doing was wrong, and he begs him not to call the police. Even his son knows what happens to white people that call the police on Black folks that are doing nothing. YouTube, you need to do the right thing. This is a bad look. So he calls the cops. His son is in the background whimpering over and over, "Don't do it, Dad. I agree with this man. Don't call the police." He calls anyway. You would think after all of the previous people that did this, they lost their jobs. If they were renting at a certain location, they lost their place of where they stayed. You would think they would learn. But of course, you always got a few hard heads that just need to go through a good dragging. Now, Christopher Cucker has already started to take his social media accounts down. So again, YouTube, you need to do the right thing. You have a lot of people in the Black community that are on your channels and coming to watch your videos. Watch son beg father not to call cops on Black man for trespassing. So let me go ahead and play the video. The video is 3 minutes and 45 seconds.
Now you're getting your sound being recorded.
Great.
I remember.
Can you please call your friend on the call box and have them come down?
They don't have to do that. You could just walk away.
I'm gonna call the police.
Oh yes. Call the police. Remember that. I remember this exactly happening when I used to live in my own condo, and then people used to call the police all the time.
Sir, I'll hold the door here for you while
That
you
is
call your
okay.
friend.
Nobody's asking you to hold the door. You can do whatever you want. But I'm recording you right now, and you're going to be the next person. Look at this.
You don't need to threaten me. You just need
I'm
to
not threatening you.
You are.
I'm not threatening
You're
you.
going to be the next person. What?
You're just going to be the next person on TV. Just remember that. And you have your son with you. That's why I asked you if that's your son. It's better. I will delete this.
Yeah, there's a trespasser in my building.
Oh. Listen to your son.
Daddy, go. It's the better. I agree with him, Daddy. It's the better. Let's go. Please, I don't like it. I don't like it.
He's standing in the lobby.
Daddy, I don't like this. Let's go.
He tailgated to the door as I left. He walked in.
I tailgated to the door.
He appears to be African American.
Appears to be African American.
Dad,
I don't know if
35, software engineer.
Pink polo shirt and a Yankees cap.
All good. Software engineer, brother.
Dad.
Yep. Pink polo shirt, yeah. And tennis shoes, jeans, yeah. You have to be here for when you call.
He's filming me and refusing to leave, saying I'm going to be the next person on TV.
Yes, sir. You don't remember this? The girl that was told he's married. Wow. You know it's illegal now, right?
5'10", 4722.
Yeah, that's illegal to call cops on African Americans.
He said he's waiting for a friend, and I asked him to dial on the call box, and he said he would not. So I have no way to know if his friend is actually here.
Yeah, so I'm here to just rob whatever. A mailbox?
I'm just asking you for your friend's name.
I don't give a fuck. I don't have to tell you shit.
Can you hear him?
Yeah, he can hear me. I'm pretty sure he can.
No, he's not. He's
Dad, let's go.
Listen to your son. Walk away. I will stop this.
Yeah,
I'll stop the recording.
I agree.
Yeah, please.
Let's go, Dad. Let's go now. I don't like this.
Yeah.
Sucks, man. Hi, Kathy.
Told you.
I love you, baby.
Go now.
It took you so long to get here.
Daddy, look where you got us and you let's go.
My friend is handicapped. Just give me 1 second while you be an asshole to in front of your kid. Okay? Remember, I'm recording you. I'm fucking recording you.
Go ahead.
All right, I'm fucking recording you.
Hey, don't use that language in front of children.
Oh, well, it was your fault for bringing him out here in the first place. I told you, that's what I said.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's actually here.
Yeah, he's actually here. Yeah, go ahead. I'm recording
He
you.
refused to identify.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now
Look
he's
at you. Look
filming
at
me.
you. Look at you. Look at you.
What
Look at
you
you.
doing?
Look at you. Look at you. Look at you.
Stop filming.
Look at you.
Take
No,
your phone
no,
away
no,
from
no.
me.
If you
Take
touch
your
me,
phone
I'll fucking
Take
your
your phone.
kid.
Take your phone away. From me.
Okay, no, I'm not doing any of that. Now you're going to be. Now you're. Now you're online forever.
Now, let me just make some things clear. White people, we do not have to identify ourselves to you. We don't have to prove who we are to you. We don't have to prove who we're visiting to you. We don't have to give you names, give you addresses, give you phone numbers. We don't have to do none of the above. You know, I realize you all feel like you're deputized people out here, but when we are doing absolutely nothing in public, we owe you zero. I tell you what, if I'm not doing anything out in public and you walk up to me demanding names, addresses, phone numbers, people, names of other people, I'm not giving you nothing. And I would urge all Black people to do that. They have no right to invade on your privacy like this. And that's exactly what this man did. And then he expects us to just divulge all kinds of answers. No. Don't give these people answers. He's not the authorities. He's not a cop. He's nothing. He's just some idiot walking outside of an apartment building. No. So this happened on the 4th of July. An African-American man filmed a white man who called the police on him for allegedly trespassing outside a San Francisco apartment building. The man's child begged him not to call police. Software engineer Wesley Michael said he was waiting for a friend when a man identified as Christopher Cucker demanded to know the name of the person he was waiting for, which you don't have to divulge to him. He is a total stranger. Why would you tell him anybody that you're waiting for? I wouldn't. And then he called the police claiming Michael was trespassing. Cucker brought his young son outside with him, and the child can be seen and heard pleading with his father not to call police, saying he agreed with Michael. Cucker, who works as an executive for YouTube engineer, I don't care what he is for YouTube, his title is irrelevant. According to his LinkedIn profile, ignores his son's cries and continue to ask police to respond to the location. A minute later, Michael's friend shows up and demands to know what's going on. The entire time, the young boy tries to convince his father that they should leave. It's a damn shame when a little child has more brains and wisdom than an adult. Cucker has shuttered his social media. So, in other words, he's shutting down his social media accounts, ladies and gentlemen, because he's getting dragged. Cucker's father was killed. I don't care. I'm not reading nothing about what happened to this man's father because that's irrelevant to what's going on now. I'm not reading that. It's broad daylight on July 4th in San Francisco. Michael says he was waiting for a friend who lives in the building when Cucker told Michael to give him the friend's name. No, he doesn't have to divulge that to you. You know, I have seen these videos where white people demand an address from Black people. Where do you live? What's your address? Where do you live? What's your apartment number? We don't have to divulge that to you. You're a fucking stranger. I'm not giving no stranger that information either. No, you don't have to give that information to them because they walked up and asked for it. Get the hell out of here. Okay, so his son, again, they got more brains than he does, apparently. Daddy, don't, the child says. Michael says that Cucker is going to be the next person caught on camera. Similar to Peppermint Patty or whatever you called her, Permit Patty and others. And you remember all of the people, they actually made memes out of some of them online. This is just ridiculous. Cucker says that Michael is threatening him. You know, you ever heard of just leaving people alone? You ain't looking out for nobody. Oh, well, I'm just looking out for the department. No, you're not. You saw an opportunity to try to harass a Black person, and it's nothing more than that. So he asked for the friend's name. Michael gave him the appropriate answer. He says he's not required to tell Cucker who he is outside waiting for. The child again pleads, Daddy, let's go. I don't like this. Please, Daddy, let's go. Cucker is on the phone with the police saying there's a trespasser as the boy again asks if he can please leave. The boy says, Daddy, don't. It's the better daddy. I agree with him. But Cucker stays on the phone saying Michael tailgated him through the door. And then he begins to describe Michael, saying that he has on a pink polo shirt, a Yankees cap, appears to be African American. I tell you what, he was African American enough for you to make that phone call, wasn't he? The child still begs his father to hang up and for him to leave. Cucker says that though Michael said he's just waiting for a friend, Cucker demands to know the friend's name. No. You can't walk up to me and start demanding names, phone numbers, addresses, none of the above. No. The answer will always be no. Always. You know, ladies and gentlemen, here's the thing. All of these folks are self-deputized out here. And they really, truly believe they are within their right to do these things when they are not. You are not supposed to be making fictitious phone calls over 911. And now they got to take their time to come out to this non-crime, non-emergency when they could be going to a real emergency going on, you know. And not only should these people be fined, ladies and gentlemen, they need to pay for the hours that the cops took to come out there. They need to pay the cop by the hour, and they also need to pay the gas for going out there for something that's not a crime. Waiting for a friend outside is not a crime. And you heard her come outside. You heard her talking in the background. So the woman walks up, says hello, and she, you can hear her on the video in the background. And he said, "Hi, Kathy, I love you." The child says to the father, "I told you, Daddy, look what you've gotten us into. Let's go." In comments on Michael's Facebook page, where the video has been seen and shared by tens of thousands of people, that's what happens every time these types of videos go out. They get shared over and over. So now Cucker is on the internet forever. Okay, so why does he need to identify himself to a stranger who lives there? Sad white people just call the cops on black people all the time for no reason. Exactly. All right, so this, ladies and gentlemen, is the black man that he called the police on. Just waiting for a handicapped friend. They're under the impression that when we are standing around, we got to tell them what we're doing, why we're there, who we're waiting for. No, hell no. In fact, I'm going to demand that my black brothers and sisters don't do it at all. Don't identify nothing to them, ever. Michael is a software engineer at dictionary.com and was previously a software engineer at Facebook. He studied at Arcadia University, originally from New York. He lives in San Francisco. In the video, he says that he's been radically profiled previously, including at a condo he owned. Wow. So here's Cucker's, I believe this was his LinkedIn page, which is now down. He took it down. So according to his profile on LinkedIn, Cucker works for YouTube as a device partnerships executive. Previously, the Princeton graduate worked in a similar capacity for Samsung Electronics and partnership and business development for Smart TV, LG Electronics, and Intel Media for a decade. Cucker also has an MBA from the University of California, Davis. And that just goes to show you, it doesn't matter what education they have, if it's a high school diploma or a degree, they all do this same thing of calling the cops on black people. They ain't learning nothing, y'all. This is proof. They are not learning a lesson from this. They're not. So now Cucker is probably going to lose his job. And, a lot of apartment complexes, y'all, don't want that kind of publicity. So in another news story, it's reported that Cucker's family filed a lawsuit against the city of Berkeley. And, it just goes into his background. I'm not getting into that because whatever previously happened in the past has nothing to do with this moment. And in my opinion, they're only adding that to the story to get some sympathy for Christopher Cucker. And he doesn't deserve any sympathy for what he did. So I'm not reading what crime or whatever happened in the past. I don't care about that. That didn't happen at this moment. But please tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.